today's math lesson, we're going to talk about using math in everyday situations. And so, and when you're doing math in everyday situations, sometimes you have to multiply two-digit numbers by two-digit numbers. And then we're going to practice doing that by using arrays or an area model. So first, I will start by reading this book to you. And this book is called Math Curse. And so while I read, I want you to listen for math being used in everyday situations, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So on Monday, in math class, Mrs. Fibonacci says, you know, you can think of almost everything as a math problem. And then on Tuesday, I start having problems. I wake up at 7:15. It takes me 10 minutes to get dressed, 15 minutes to eat my breakfast, and 1 minute to brush my teeth. Suddenly, it's a problem. If my bus leaves at 8, will I make it on time? Okay, so I asked you to listen and tell me if you heard any math problems in the book. Who can tell me one math problem they heard?
She thought she didn't have enough time.
That's right. That's what her problem was. She didn't know if she was going to have enough time to do everything she needed to do. She was trying to figure out, do I have enough time to make it to the bus on time? So you can see how in your life you're going to have a lot of math problems. So today in the math problems we're going to do, you're going to use your knowledge of place value and single-digit multiplication to multiply two-digit numbers to solve problems in everyday math. If we're going to do 3 times 5 equals 15. And you were using these blocks. Can somebody tell me how I would show that math problem 3 times 5? Eric, how would I line this?
In the race?
What now?
In the race?
Well, yeah, it's called an array. That's right. That's good. That's one of our vocabulary words. It's called an array. And so if I'm going to make an array, can you tell me how many blocks I put where?
3 lines of 5.
Okay, you want me to make 3 lines of 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did 3 lines with 5 in each, right?
Yeah.
That looks right. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do, but we're going to do it with two-digit numbers. So we're going to do two-digit numbers like 10 times 35. And before we go on further, can you tell me what these numbers are called?
3 and 5 are factors.
That's right. 3 and 5 are factors. That's very good.
And 15 is the product.
Right. The 15 is the product. That's good. Y'all know some of the vocabulary words. Okay, so now remember the strategy about 1, I understand everything, 2, I'm not real sure, or 3, I don't have any idea what you're talking about. Everybody just put it up against your chest like this so nobody else needs to see. Okay, all right, so most of you understand. There's 1 or 2 that's still not real sure, but we can work on that some more. You have 16, and now you said you were going to make what next?
Another 16.
Okay, and how many times were you going to make 16?
10.
Okay, so go ahead and show me what you're trying to do. Can you tell how that's all the same?
Yes.
So instead of having to do all this work, you can just use these. And the easiest way to make 10 times 16 is like this. Watch, here's 10. Here's 6. Okay, we said that was 16, right? And then we said this is 10, right? This is 10, this is 16. So if you're trying to multiply 10, you have 10 here, times 16, you could just fill this in like this, because that was the 10 times 10. And then here's the 6, so we're doing 10 times 6. And instead of all of these, you could just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 10 here, 16 here, and then you just fill it in, and now you know, this is 100, so you got 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. So now your answer is 160. But I just wanted you to be able to tell that all of these little pieces and all of these little pieces together make this whole thing up to make the problem. We're modeling. This is called modeling. We're modeling the 10 times the 16. So today we were talking about how to multiply two-digit numbers by two-digit numbers in situations that come up in everyday life. In the book we worked on some problems about a guy who's moving, and he's got different sized boxes that hold different amounts of books, different weights, and we were trying to come up with answers to how much will things weigh if we have this many boxes. Let's say I want to buy some pencils for some students, and I want to buy 10 pencils for 22 students. What are some different ways? Can somebody tell me one way I could solve that problem? Eric?
An array?
Yes, it was called an array. Okay. And then I also showed you another way that you could solve problems. Ernesto has it partial. You're right, it was called partial products. Good. So today we learned how to use how to solve problems in everyday situations by using either area models or arrays, or by using partial products. So y'all did a good job. I know some of these words are hard to pronounce, but I think you understand the concepts of how to do these. So good job, everybody.